Come on and get this. Honey, she put honey, hold on, let me get that on out there. Come on, nigga. All right. Come on and get this. Okay, so look. Okay, so she got shop. Okay, so you can shop up in here. Girl 652, 1802, $40, $18. Okay, 160, $2, 40, 42. Okay, 32. Who gonna feed me, boo? Yes, who gonna feed me, boo? Yes. Ain't that it? Sheree not playing with y'all. Sheree said, honey, I'm not playing with you all. Who gonna check me, boo? Black Spiral Notebook. Yes. She can, she will, she. Yes, she did. Yes. Yes, I know that's right. I'm so happy. Who go check me, boo? Yes, got her case up on there. Okay, iPhone. Yes, iPhone case. Yes. Now you gotta give it to Sheree, honey. Sheree, okay. Sheree will pump it for you, honey. She will show you how to work the set, honey. Yes. Yes. I ain't mad at you, girl. Hmm. I know that's right. Hmm. Okay, so we read that already. So let's look at booking. Okay, booking. Book now, Sheree Whitfield, as seen on Watch What Happened Live, Bravo, BT Essence, Ebony, rolling now. Thank you for your interest in booking Sheree Whitfield. Please leave us a brief overview of your killing card on date and time and other details that will assist our team in considering your request. Child, how do I get around paying people? God, honey. Okay, let's see. Okay, so press. Let's see now. Okay. Sheree Field breaks her silence and claps back at haters after She by Sheree website crashes. It's actually a good thing she explicitly told women to tell. Yes. Yes. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna show this. Here, let me see if I can show this. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna show this. Oh,
And the detail, like the little uh,
The
Shiba. But you can
star.
barely see it. So this is a
Yeah.
sample that would need to go back and
Mm.
This is actually She by Sheree.
Okay.
This is part of the newer collection.
Okay, I
And the detail, like the little She by Sheree, but you
star.
can barely see it. So this is
Yeah.
a sample that would need to go back and
to see
correct
it
it so you can
clearer.
see it. Yeah.
Okay, and then what you're wearing right now, is that She by Sheree?
Yeah, this is actually She by Sheree.
Okay.
This is part of the newer collection.
Okay, I
And
need
this is not my size. This is a sample.
It looks like your size because it looks
No, it's not
good.
really my
It
size,
looks
but
good.
Thank you. I've been
Yes.
working. It's a lot.
We got
It's
tags. She be working.
This is one of the things. I know it's taking forever.
Yeah.
This is what, like, the brand 14 years. Job
She
been
be
asking
working.
for 14 years. Every time I try to get out of it, I'm like, okay, I'm not doing it anymore. They're like,
Right.
no, we want She by Sheree. I'm bringing you guys She by Sheree only on Shade Room's official YouTube channel.
All right, so you heard her. So yes, child. So that's the She by Sheree, child. Now let's get right on back up into the news, honey. Okay, so we have a fashion show. So okay, so here, let me cut this off. Okay, so we have a fashion show, SheBySheree.com. There was no fashions there. And Sheree has said that, it'll launch season finale. And just remember, it does not have a peen pocket. So just remember, spring, summer, September, She by Sheree is the one that you'll remember. Put She by Sheree, like she was explaining on the video, she will put it on the back burner, and so she finally put her foot forward, and this is what we have. Kenya says, just like your house, we want you to win. So Kenya, on the reunions, Kenya be geared up. I mean, whether if it's a reunion or not, Kenya is always there with the reads, okay? Okay, so moving right along. Marlo has President of Fendi on speed dial, so Marlo is definitely that coined girl, okay? And she has great relationships. Candy says She by Sheree is not out yet. Candy admits to Shade and Sheree on her Speak on the show, because I can't even lie. Like, Candy does go in on her show, and if it's not Candy, it's Don Juan. It is Ace. I mean, not Ace. What's that guy's name? Spades. Her friend. Yeah. And so clips of Marlo, saying Candy is a blah blah blah. She blocked everybody in Atlanta. And I'm just like, Marlo. Marlo really got down in the gutter this season, I mean, you gotta admit, Marlo really got nasty. Marlo got filthy. Marlo did not have a problem with getting her hands, in the mud. It was gloves off. It was, you know, you know, girl, Marlo was on it. Okay, so Drew Health and Wellness. Sheree had a mommy makeover. Everyone has been on the search table. Drew had her whole body done, and pretty much that's what Sheree says. But then Drew said that Sheree got her butt done. What do you guys think? Do y'all think that Sheree got her butt done? Do y'all think that Sheree got her A1? Okay, A1 is his name. Okay, A1. Yeah. Do y'all think that Sheree got her body done? Back there. Put us in the chat if you think Sheree got her body done. Okay. Are the rumors you don't pay your bills? um, true. Sheree says, greatness takes time. I pay everybody that need to be paid. And so the question was, do people send bills? Do people who send bills, do they get paid? Sheree said it depends. Honey, Sheree said it depends, honey. Listen, these were the questions. Are the rumors you don't pay your bills true? Sheree says greatness takes time. I pay everybody that needs to be paid. And then the question was, do people who send bills, do they get paid? Sheree says it depends. Kenya says pay them and don't use them again. And you know what? That part right there, I get it. Pay them and then don't use them again. Call and let management know. Put your review up and just share your experience and move, move forward. But yeah, I wouldn't shop there. I had an experience recently where, I went shopping somewhere and they thought that it was cute to get out of hand. And it was like, okay, moving forward. So Candy used off-camera information to shade the girls. If a person throws shade, um, throws me under the bus, I'm coming for what I know. So y'all have to understand. So if y'all are coming for Candy, Candy is going to get right on down there with Marlo, right on in those ditches, and just get real low and just get real dirty with you. Like she said, she's not Michelle Obama. When she go low, when they go low, she's gonna go lower. She gonna go to hell or to the bottom. And can you blame her? Candy's a little girl. She's not. She's only but like what 4'11". Okay, so Marlo said Todd called her. Um, what to do? She wasn't on the show. The contract didn't make sense to Marlo. Marlo says it wasn't beneficial. And so Marlo declined. So Candy had helped Marlo out in the past with the show. She reached out to Todd, she pulled some strings, or she reached out to WeTV, pulled some strings behind the scene and was trying to get Marlo to go. And so Marlo was asking for like, y'all getting paid for this? I want a piece of this. Y'all getting paid for this? I want a piece of this. Marlo wanted every piece of the pie. Can you blame her? If I'm going to be on this show, I want to benefit just as well as you do. A 50-50. And I'm pretty sure Marlo didn't have a problem with, putting up some money, investing into the show. So let's be clear. Let's be honest there. Let's just be open-minded. I'll say. I don't want to force anything. It's just an opinion, not just a suggestion, not a command. Okay, so then we get over to Todd trying to help Marlo. Candy don't produce shows. And that right there, Candy does. She helps produce shows. Her husband. Sister, this is the thing. Marlo, Candy and Todd are one. When you're speaking of them, you're speaking of one. So just appreciate that. Okay, so Marlo is gassing Candy for sure. Candy starts yelling, and oh my God, I mean, Marlo is really gassing Candy, and it's like, I don't know, like Marlo was definitely on it. Marlo was on the gas. Marlo is definitely making her mark, and I think that juice that Andy has spilled in Marlo's ear about him being happy about her this season. I really think that kind of went to Marlo's head. And that's only my opinion. Okay, so give me 1 second as we go on a commercial break. We will be right back.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Goddess Tulsa After Dark. This is where you let your hair down, get you a beverage, prop your feet up or down. Now it's time to hit the like. Are you subscribed? Don't forget to hit that Cash App because it's After Dark with a Goddess.
Okay. Thank you all for being patient. I'm trying to gather my babies in the house, but they want to sit outside and bark. So we'll let them bark. All right, so back into the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, part 1. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So like I said, Marlo's gas and candy. So Sheree breaks it up and pretty much says, and now back to Tyrone. Tyrone was horrible. So, of course, they bring up Tyrone and, they're schooling her, and Andy's like, da 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 da. And it was just, yeah, Tyrone was pretty much a clout chaser. I guess that's what they were trying to paint him out to be. Looking back on Tyrone, he was using her. Sheree didn't sign the papers in the past to get him on the show. So apparently, Tyrone wanted to be on the show, and Sheree had to allegedly sign some papers for him to be on the show. And she wasn't doing it because she's like, okay, if I'm not on, baby, then what makes you think that you're going to be on? Allegedly. This is just how I'm thinking. Okay, so old boo, new boo. So, Tyrone is her old boo. Her new boo is allegedly Martell Holt. And Sheree says, she's dating a few months. And, of course, he has the wine and the real estate. And she's just having fun day by day, day by day. Kenya says she's feeling more comfort. She's feeling more than comfort. Let's be honest. Sheree is gonna do what Sheree has to do. Sheree is gonna get in there. She's gonna get that role. She's gonna get that. I mean, she said that she's is 14 years and she didn't have to sell a thing, whatever that meant. Okay, and I appreciate her for that. The vulnerability that could be selling your soul, selling out. I appreciate her for that. A lot of people say Sheree is, be up to no good, but I love her. And who's gonna check me, boo? Is who gonna check me, boo? For me. You better understand. Because Sheree is not that girl to be playing with. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so here we are. Okay, so now they skip on over to what did he do to his ex-wife, because when Sheree was saying, I'm dating someone else now, and the girls are messy, he was like, yeah, and they was like starting up chatter, And then the conversation had come up like, okay, well, what's up with him? The ladies were like, he cheated on his ex-wife and had a baby and doesn't respect women. Sheree says she was never into looks. And Kenya says, we know, look at Bob, child. I was like, oh my God, why did she take a dig at him? Sanya says she admires her for doing her and not caring. So pretty much Sanya was like, Sheree, she rocks with Sheree. No matter what people throw at her, Sheree still shows up. Sheree is still going to be Sheree at the end of the day. Sheree's not going to change. Okay? And so, child, that was that. Drew and Sanya started off rocky and still no relationship. Sanya calls Drew out. She's milking a situation for no reason. And really, Drew was. Drew, like I said, Drew was doing too much. Drew knows how to amp the party up. Drew knows how to get something going. And Drew is clueless. That's her role on the show, is just being clueless. Okay? Drew and Sanya had off camera conversation. So Sanya had a conversation with Kenya about Drew. The first time she met Drew, she was getting to know her. She says she isn't the girl she is, but delivering the girls bad news. So pretty much, Drew is saying, people are making me out to be this way and that way, but really saying you're actually proven to be that is really your character. That's really you. That's how you rock. This is your swang. This is your twang. And so Drew just couldn't handle it. Sanya, Ralph, and the makeup artist had a conversation, and it was different on than different off. And that's understandable. I mean, when that camera comes on, baby, she's got a job to do. So really, can you blame Drew? So shout out to Drew for working and making that money. Drew talking over people, actively working on speaking over people, but continue to do that. She said most of she's most of her life, I guess she's been doing it, but she's working on it. So Sanya I guess she had brought up the situation why Sanya had brought certain people on to do a commercial. And she was like, well, they're, tried to make it seem like it was about the followers. And they were like, oh, you should have brought Candy. So that was that. Sheree says Drew is a known liar. Andy shades, y'all will figure it out. Child. Marlo tells her story. Foster care her mom on drugs. She doesn't want them to feel the way she did, which is her nephew. So she didn't want them to feel the way that she did. But, a lot of people were scratching their heads because she's, told them to get the fuck out. She told them to get out. I gotta stop cursing, y'all. Y'all please hold me accountable. She kicked the boys out anyway. Her mom came to visit. And she also said her mom was like, I don't care where they put you, I had come to you. And I appreciated her mom for coming and seeing that. They showed that clip. She connected with the boys. Marlo cries. She doesn't get it. That was one of her best visits with her mom when she had come. And so, her mom didn't last. She went back to drugs. Her childhood was rough. She explained she loves to see Mama Joyce love on Candy. on rough days. She want to talk to her mom. And I can understand that, like wanting to talk to your mom on those rough days and, going and confiding and, having that relationship. So I understand Marlo on that, but I feel like Marlo, you have to get yourself in therapy and you definitely have to start doing the work. You can't, I mean, yeah, you're lashing out, but now you know that it's a problem. Let's get some help, sis. And so, at 10, she ran away from 5 foster homes. She left her mom. The reason why she had left is because her mom had beat her bad that day. She had went to her brother and, gave him a hug, told him that she loved him. And her brother was mad. She was 10. She ran away to Jamaica, to a Jamaican family. And, she called DHS, so that's Department of Family Services or CPS or however you know it. The first foster home, she had to leave, too strict. The second foster home was in St. Petersburg. She came home and the people told her that she had to go. The lady said that, my daughter's feeling like I'm loving you too much and doesn't feel like I'm loving her, so I got to let you go. All this as a kid, searching for a family, searching for a home, just looking to be placed. All this is coming out right now on the reunion. Okay, so pretty much, as I've said before, Marlo stole the show. Candy learned a little bit more. Anthony knows more. Candy godbrother used to date over. Candy godbrother Marlo used to date over 14 years ago. That's when She by Sheree got started. Marlo wanted the peach. She felt she wanted to be worthy. And a lot of people were saying, oh, Marlo was just aiming. Yes, Marlo was happy. Marlo was as everything that we said. And she finally admitted it. I don't think that there's nothing wrong with it because, the first thing to, being better is, recognizing, where you stand with yourself. Kenya says Marlo didn't show she was a good friend on this season. I can agree there. Marlo and Kenya right back at it. Her husband is her go-to. So pretty much Marlo was just saying, Kenya was saying, well, my husband Mark is Marlo's go-to when she gets upset because Marlo knows that that's going to hit Kenya to the belt buckle, Marlo has issues with men, daddy issues, emotionally, sexually, and has not dealt with it. You can only imagine how she had to survive, is what she said. Marlo giving a new mug shot to fame, okay? And shout out to her. New mug shot to fame because a lot of girls always want to say, oh, well, I'm known for headshots and you're known for mug shots or however it was said. But listen, I'll drop the link in case anybody wants to come up, sound off, and give their opinion before I go off. And yeah. And tomorrow I'll come back and give my thoughts. All right. And actually, I'm going to cover one more thing. I'm going to cover Nicki Minaj. She was on Queen Radio last night. Shout out to Malago Graham, Mob Radio.
I'm going to make it clear right now. I don't have nothing but love for everybody. I am not angry. I'm in a great...
And listen here. This is how I'm feeling. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not in a bad space with nobody. I'm good. And everybody that did something to me, it's okay. Like, I forgive you. I forgive you wholeheartedly. I forgive you in advance.
Peaceful place. I was so happy to see these other girls happy. That made me so happy because I'm such a mama bear, And there was this one thing that I posted. I hadn't seen it until when I posted with Malibu, she was screaming, and I was sitting there playing the song on Queen Radio, dropping bombs and stuff like that. But hearing her scream, And I don't be getting emotional about stuff anymore like that. Like I feel, like her scream. I don't know, it jolted me. Like, wow, that was a real scream of someone feeling proud. I bet you the blogs, the clown asses won't put this part. They only want to put parts where it makes a black woman sound and look quote unquote crazy.
Ain't that it? Now listen here, the queen was talking, y'all. She was speaking some facts. She was speaking some gems. Seriously, she was speaking some gems.
But it felt so good to see a young black girl from my hood, my feeling proud.
Evolution is up in the building.
Hey, girly. What is
Hey.
up? How's your day?
Oh, my day. It was eventful. I'm gonna have to call you when I get off live and tell you all about it.
Okay, perfect.
We gonna gag.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Yes. So I was actually covering I was covering the reunion, and now I'm covering Nicki Minaj. So let's have you heard? Should I start this over or should I continue it where it is and then we give a recap on both at the end?
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
And y'all couldn't even give them that. Demonic. And see, oh god, that's for another show. Anyway, so Fendi, Milagro, thank you for joining me today, Barb. Thank you for staying with me. I love you dearly. And listen, I screenshotted the people that I'm gonna do like a few little cash apps too. So I will probably post it in my story. If I don't post it tonight, I'll post it by tomorrow. And that's it. I didn't have time to really get into like questions and comments because I had a lot to do with my chest clearly. But what I want you guys to take away from this is that never give up, because as silly as that might sound, people just say never give up. I want you to look at what I've gone through in the last couple of years. Look at what these people have tried to do to me. But God, okay,
Come on.
broke a 20-something year record of one of my idols, Lauryn Hill. Debuted #1, still in the top 10. Not just America, bitch. Australia, the UK, Canada, every blood clot pussy will wear. Because, but God, don't forget that, Bonds. Remember this. Nobody has the final say on your joy, your peace. That comes from within. And if you ever get into a place where you feel dark, or you feel, I hate to, excuse me for saying that, when people say dark, meaning anything negative. If you ever get into a place where you feel hopeless, use me as an example to show you that your enemies have no final say in the trajectory of your life, career, happiness, joy, peace, nothing. Nothing. Y'all paid all these people to lie on me, and guess what? Bitches was telling my fans, go stream. All of you guys, so many people tagged, gathered together to pull me down. And look who's still here. Look who's still here. Look who's still here. And the moral of this motherfucker story, though, okay, is please show these girls some love. You don't know what, people are going through. Like when I saw Katie got banned, she tweeted that she went to the grave site of her family members, and she was saying, "Did I make you proud?" You don't know what people have gone through.
So
You
deep.
you nasty ass bitch. No one fucking likes you. No one would ever manage you. Nobody. You'll never go any fucking way because you have so much evil in your heart. Maybe you weren't chosen in school. A lot of these bitches' problems is they wasn't chosen in school by the boys they liked. So they grow up and they have this anger towards everybody about that. And I didn't do shit to you. But you hoes will never tell me who to work with, why, when. Like, it's just stupid. Anyway, you guys, God bless you. Thank you for helping me with this show. I'm like off now, and I'll hit you guys later. Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Everybody. Bye, y'all. Thank you.
All right. So, words from the queen. All right, Everett, your evolution, you are on mute. All right, there you go.
I didn't like her being a wizard of words. You know, you don't curse people.
Oh,
You know, people need to learn how to wish people well. Everybody's not going to be for you. And she's old enough to know that. You know, I know she's she's kind of running a marathon with some very young girls. And it's like, girl, I would never say that she's not going to be a legend, but it's going to be very hard for her. And I say that because of the things that she does. When you're in the industry, you have to move a little differently than, you know, the regular average Joe. You know, you have to build relationships. It's all about numbers and it's all about connection. And she fails at that kind of communication. You know, it's the reason why she doesn't have a Grammy. You know, you're chosen by your peers, and they say it's a lot of politics, but like Shirley Rouse proved tonight that when people, you know, are backing you up and they believe in you, you're going to get chosen. You know, this
yeah.
woman has not won an award at all. One NAACP award, and this woman has been on television for the past almost 45 years. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
this is a woman that has, you know, just been out there and has done some really great work. And today at 65, she's finally acknowledged, you know.
Yeah,
But with Nikki, it's like, it's weird because it's like, girl, calm down. Like, you're in a position that a lot of girls would love to be in. And I just think respectfully she should just bow out. That market that she's in, I'm just going to keep it all the way real. It's not for 40-year-olds. It's barely for 30-year-olds. That is a very hyper synthetic energy, you know, and it's trendy because when you have the song, you know, to sing along with, then people love you. And once you don't have that, they're done with you. You know, let these Malibu Barbies and all these girls, let them have a moment. I just think sometimes it's kind of selfish. And I understand, like, people, you know, they want to put out music and stuff like that. But it's like, let these young kids live. Let them
Yeah.
find their groove. And then it's like, become a mentor. Start managing people. There's still a way for her to get more bags. If she's worried about money, you know, these girls would love to be signed under her label. They would love it. But it's like, girl, it's just not getting it. It's just not getting it. Halle Berry had her prime. Shamar Moore had his prime. You know, think of everybody in their prime when, you know, you went to bed just drooling about them. Oh, my gosh, they were so sexy. They were so it. Everything they wore was amazing. Everybody has their peak, but you have to learn how to navigate through that. And I just feel like the tank is running low. It's like you twerking right now is not a good look. It's just not a good look. It's not hitting the way it used to hit. Now you get Zendaya to get up on the stage and open up her legs and start gyrating and twerking. People are gonna be like, yes, mama, Yes, you know, like she's young. It's hitting a different way. But when you see a woman,
Yeah.
a mother, and I'm not saying, you know, a mother shouldn't be sexy, but it just looks weird. It's not doing what it needs to be doing, you know, and it's just, girl, we get it. Everybody that's working has somebody that's cutthroat. I understand the industry is cutthroat. Girl, McDonald's is cutthroat. You might look
Mm-hmm.
on the schedule and you have 40 hours and somebody just redrafted the schedule and now you got 21 hours. Every industry is cutthroat. It's like, girl, I get it. It's people hate. Girl, it's people with more haters than you. There's people that's gonna
Uh-huh.
die that's gonna be hated on. So it's like, girl, give me a break. Like, girl, give me a break. And I'm not saying that money solves everything, but it's like, girl, you get to cry in $1 million mansion. There's people crying with no lights on, lighting candles. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's like, girl, get a grip. You know, I just haven't been feeling her. It's just a lot of nasty stuff. I didn't like that whole Cardi thing. I felt like that should have been a record, a diss record. You know, Remy Ma, she murdered her lyrically. And Nicki Minaj won that battle because she was popular. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. She was the popular choice. And, you know, a lot of these young people, they didn't know who Remy Ma had just came out of jail. They didn't know who she was. You know, we've
Mhm.
been on Nicki Minaj's titty the whole time. So who is this woman pulling out her titty? You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
exactly how it was, you know. And I mean, just real talk. So I don't know. It's just shady boots to me. It's shady boots to me. And anybody that keeps saying icon, legend, and this and that, let us decide that. Let us decide that. Let us give you that crown. You know, it's like the people are gonna pick who they gonna pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Aretha Franklin, all these people with these titles, that was the people's choice. People said, hey, she's the queen of soul. She was showing up and showing out. She was giving it. It was a lot of girls singing back then. That's when you really had to sing. But she was singing a different kind of way.
She sent the
She was
girls
singing a
packing.
different kind of way. Huh?
She sent the girls packing.
Yeah. I mean, you got Patty. I mean, you got some power vocals that were standing right beside her. But it was something about her that made her stand out. And that's what they gave her that title. And it's like, stop telling us what you have done for girls and what you have done for this person. Was it done from your heart? When it's done from your heart, you don't have to brag. Do you know how many
Mm-hmm.
billionaires are moving mountains, and we would not even know? Why? Because their gratitude is from within. They don't need to come out in the street and everybody clapping and applauding. You know what I'm saying? People have to really check themselves. If you're going to do something, do it from your heart. Do it from your heart, because when you do something from your heart, you don't need nothing back. You don't need nothing back. My parents checked me very early. I was like maybe the second or third grade because I had gave somebody some gum and I came home because I was mad because the day that they had gum they didn't give it to me. And I'll never forget. My mom told me, she said, she said, baby, it don't work like that. She said, you have to give him that gum because you want him to have that gum and because you can give him that gum. You don't give somebody some gum and then expect something back. You know, and it really made me feel a certain type of way. You know, because at first I was angry, but it was like, yeah, like what am I tripping off of? If I don't want to give them a piece of gum, don't give them a piece of gum, but don't give them a piece of gum with a tab on it, with a receipt on it.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
That's how people get their feelings hurt. You know, when family call me for money, when family need me to do something, I look at my budget and I say, okay, let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do, kissing it up to God. Kissing it up to God. There's no next week, there's no this, there's no that. What can I do to where I'm still good? And even though they ask me for $20, I have $2. I have $3. Sometimes I have 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because stuff happens. People forget this and that. You know, we watch the court shows. I believe some of those people did forget. They got caught up. They finally got a job, this and that. Sometimes they did forget. But people be holding on to shit. People be feeling a certain type of way. So it looks negative. And I always told myself, I said, I don't want to fall out with nobody over no money.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I changed myself up.
right.
People must can't hear me.
Now listen, what about the girls on the show, Marlo? Because it was
Marlo was the center of attention. That's why she sat next to Andy. Marlo and Sheree, they brought it. And I think Kenya and Candy were feeling a certain type of way because it just was obvious. We talked about her nephews. We talked about, we got mad at Marlo. But my thing with Candy, this is so weird to me with Candy. Okay, Candy, you have called Marlo so many names. She says one thing about you, and Candy is so hot. It's just weird to me. Candy, you have called this woman out of her name so many times. She does this to you one time. And you are just livid. She is so mad at Marlo, and it's like, for fucking what? What are you mad at her about? You keep saying you winning. Are you winning or are you not? Do you have $30 million in the bank? I'm starting to question her net worth because she shouldn't give a fuck. But I like what Marlo said because at the end of the day, Candy is now producing. Todd had the producing stuff. He taught his wife that. So yeah, I would have been more interested in what Todd was saying instead of my coworker that had never produced a show yet. She hadn't produced a show yet. So yes, I would have been into him working for BET and all this stuff behind the scenes. I would have been interested in that tea, over Candy.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. I'm as a wife, I can see where Candy stands because it's like you're not gonna be talking to my man without me being around when it comes to their business because she knows how Marlo is. And girl, she's like, Marlo, you are not going to hit my husband up for these funds, allegedly.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like, she said, I thought Marlo was pretty clear about it. You did get me with another network, but at the end of the day, there is a contract that Marlo had to agree on, and the contract wasn't worth it. And she did call Candy out. She was like, as a businesswoman, you know about contracts. Like, yeah, you did give me my own show, but who wants to have their own show and they ain't making nearly as much as they making as a friend on a show where they just popping in and popping out.
The evolution.
Right.
Talk about her man. Okay. You leave Todd
but her not talking about her man, like with Marlo opening that up, gave him some camera time. She really right. She really gave everybody some camera time because, I mean, just think about it. Okay, if we hadn't talked, if Sheree and Marlo hadn't went outside, if Marlo had never shared with Candy about her nephews, Candy is the one that spreaded that. And then it's like, Candy, why do you tell Kenya when Kenya don't even care? Like, because when
you don't care for her, yeah,
she don't care for her, and when Kenya even like made herself look crazy because she was like, well, we were all talking about. No, they weren't talking about it. They brought it to you. She never confided in you and told you anything, and you weaponized that against her. She never. She would never say that to Kenya. She already knows. Even if they had been in a good space, I don't think she would have told Kenya. She just wouldn't have.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
they
have.
weren't. They weren't cool. I mean, she tried to make it with the other girls, but yeah, Kenya with her disrespecting her over the years and, her not having a man. And, I feel like Kenya with her having a man, having a husband, having a baby, I think it put a sour taste a little bit in Marlo's mouth.
Yeah, and I went over to Storm Monroe. He did, she picked out a couple of content creators, and he was one of them that Candy is kind of going around and giving them, I think, like 30 to 40 minutes. And I love Storm Monroe, and this is just my opinion. I just felt like the questions he asked were not a good look. Like, let's get it. Like, you got Candy on the mic. I don't give a damn how she feels about
Listen, what? Oh my God. Go ahead because listen, hold on. Let's go on a quick commercial break right quick.
Okay.
I just need to
anything he want with you. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
Scratching and scrambling most of my days to get where I got.
Not sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them.
Now, I eats in the big house kitchen. I got pine boards on the floor of my cabin.
I crumble. My children crumble. My grandchildren crumble.
And it don't take much coughing for the master to make me have a cup of corn whiskey for my medicine.
I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
Now that is fine living for a nigga, and I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for. Now you take my meat.
There are ways to win the war in a different way.
Better learn. You best learn or you're gonna get the bloody back for sure.
Right. Honey, I got a roast going. Okay, so back to the news.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Oh, you cooking a roast?
Yes.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Where did you buy it from?
No, I just got the meat, and I just unthawed it and I just put it in a crock pot and, did my, like my onions and bell pepper. Mm-hmm. I was gonna do that like, probably like when I'm getting ready to go to bed, throw that in there and let it take off and we good for tomorrow.
I love it.
Yes. So, child, where were we on this conversation? Oh, Candy going over to YouTubers, and she stopped over at Storms.
Yeah, she stopped over at Storms, and I just felt like he was trying to, sorry Storm, but just really trying to impress her and not just really like get down to the nitty gritty. Like, just ask her some hardcore questions. Like,
I would have rocked that shit. I would have rocked the mic.
yeah, we need to work on getting you to have a good old conversation with her. Because it was a lot of
yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That ain't real.
That's what it was given.
And it's like, be a fan after the fact. So
yeah, it was definitely given. It was fanning out. And then like I didn't really like the question of, bringing up a grievance in front of the live audience about her restaurant.
Right.
That would have been something that I would have held for later.
She didn't like it either. She didn't like it.
No.
It was very, she was like, wait a minute, shootout. You know what I'm saying? And then like the facts were totally off.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the case, you know?
Oh, see, I didn't get that part. I got the part where he was like, he went there and what did he? No, he was okay. It was the staff. I guess he had an issue with the staff or something, or it was something that had went wrong. But yeah,
Mm.
it's like okay. My question would have been, are you coming back this season? If so, what are we going to see different that we haven't seen? And how is your business doing? Are we going to see Riley? How is Todd's daughter? What are your relationship? Do y'all have plans to do Halloween? As far as your solo projects, what would you encourage young content creators to what advice would you give content creators that are looking at
Right.
sale?
That's why we got to get you your moment, widow girl, because that's what needed to be asked. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. And then congratulating her on bossing up with the women. She hangs around, I mean, she bosses up with a lot of women, encourages their business. I know Toya, Tiny, um all the ladies, even the ladies on the show, can't Kenya's hair care.
Mm-hmm.
Even what's her name? Big Booty Judy. I mean Judy.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Look at you. Superstar all up in the neighborhoods. All up in the spots.
Girl, we are multitasking, honey.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I know that you would ask the real questions. You know what I'm saying? It was
Uh-huh.
like, I respect you and let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But not,
Yeah. Like, I would love to know, like, these are the questions that I would have for Candy. Like, girl, what did you do during your low time? Let's not get into the glamour. Like, what were you trying to manifest? Like when she got on the show, I would love to know, like, what was the financial status? Were you good or were you struggling? Then my question is, okay, with the whole AJ thing, the guy that she was on the show with that passed away,
Uh-huh.
it's like, girl, what? Were you looking for a husband? Did Todd just kind of show up? Like, what was that whole thing like? Just some very intricate, like, what are
How
some
did you
lists that
transition?
you made?
Yeah, how did you transition from losing a loved one to finding what appeared to be love?
Right. And then, like, I would love to know, like, some financial, like, hardships. Like, what did you invest in that didn't turn out right? Like, everybody is just loving, like, all the success. But what about the stuff that didn't happen for you?
Yeah.
Like those type of questions. I would like to know, what was the first thing she splurged on when she did get some money? Did you buy a house? Did you buy a car? Did you just go shopping and spend $30,000? Like, what the fuck did you do? Like, just like interesting questions, because she gives a lot on the show. So I don't need to know about Mama Joyce. And I would like to know if Mama Joyce does have a man. I would have asked that question because I'm trying to figure out. I know people that are like obsessed with their children, but it's like, girl, like let's get you a hobby.
Well,
You're
you know
doing too
what?
much.
This is the thing. I know why Mama Joyce is all in a mix like that is because she lost one child. She said, "Hell, I don't want to lose my other one," and it's not even to death. It's just losing them to another person. Men can have influence. If
Yeah, but then again, it's like, well, then that's kind of making me look at Candy a little different. Like, are you that type of woman? Because not every parent, but most parents can read their children. So is she that type of woman that can lose all focus because of a man, and you're fighting for her to stay focused? Like, what kind of woman is she? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
Every
maybe it's
man.
a lot deeper than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like Kenya's faces, like during Marlo, let Marlo tell her story. Like it's just for her to be like, I am the moment, and I'm confident. She definitely shows how insecure she is. Like, she should have sat there crossed, just like when everybody else was telling her story. She was so fidgety and looking around and didn't want to look at Marlo. Like, you don't know. Yeah, you don't know what Marlo been through. How about that? Just like Marlo don't know what you've been through. Why can't you take that in as that's something that you guys dropped the ball on? You guys never really got to know each other, you know? And at the end of the day, to me, it's all fun. You know, like, that's why I love coming on here. We're just chit-chatting, and we're just having a good time. We're making our observations, you know, and opinions like an asshole. Everybody has one, you know. And at the end of the day, I know that these girls are coworkers. This is a show. This is a TV show. Kenya and Candy surviving after the show, being friends, I doubt it. Being friendly, yeah, probably so. But bosom buddies, no. Because it's like that girl at work that you went to lunch with and you did like everything with. And then when she found another job or you found another job or somebody got fired, y'all hung on a little bit, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? I have one girlfriend that we started off as temps for this company. And I wasn't really feeling her at first, like just her energy and everything. And then one day, me and her caught the subway after work, and I fell in love with her. She became like my friend. But when we got into work, we were very professional because it just wasn't that kind of situation for us to be like, hey, everybody, we're besties, you know? So long story short, she ended up getting fired. You know, she was acting, and, you know, when you act, you miss days and stuff like that, honey. They get rid of you. You know, you can, you know, they'll take one, you know, everybody cheers on, oh, you're going out for a commercial. Hey, you know, we're proud of you. But then, you know, you're going out for another commercial. You got to leave at lunch, you know, that story. So she gave that, and they escorted her little butt out the door. But me and her kept being friends. Like, it was actually real. It was actually real. Like, we were still talking on the phone. We used to go clubbing together. We would just get together and just eat. And I'm still friends with her to this day. That is a very rare story. Because some people that I just knew we were going to be, you know, still connected. We're not. It was literally a work relationship. It was work.
And you know, sometimes with those work relations, it teaches you about people too. I mean, I learned a lot. Yeah. I learned a lot about people.
You learn everything about people that you work with, because guess what? You work with them most of the time for 8 hours a day. And then most jobs you're working 5 days a week, even if they break up your days. You're working 5 days a week. You don't even get to see your auntie that much. You don't even get to see like people that you love that much. That's why when people go postal, when people go erratic, you have to take into consideration that is a lot of time around these motherfuckers. That is a lot of time. I do not condone violence. I do not condone any negativity. But you have to understand why some people go AWOL. You know, you have to look at it. You don't condone it, but you have to look at the person that got caught on camera peeing in the coffee pot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you motherfuckers are driving me crazy. You guys are bullying me. You guys are making my life miserable. You have to take all those things into consideration, because people are like, oh my gosh, why did she do that? It's like, you do not know what it's like to to walk to your desk and you have motherfuckers giving you deep looks and whispering and shit, that can drive anyone insane.
Yeah.
And that's how people's stories. I remember I worked at this job, and I kid you not, when I pulled up, because they had different shifts, my shift that was getting ready to go in, I saw people in their cars crying because they needed the job, but they hated being there. That is deep as fuck. But it's a real reality. There are so many people that hate going to their job. They hate it. And it's not about the job. It's not about opening up envelopes or doing data entry. It's about these motherfuckers they're working around.
Absolutely.
That's why when like artists like Rihanna and Blase Blah and Beyonce and Jay-Z and stuff like that, when they put out mediocre work, meaning music is therapy. Music is mantras to people. When you put out some whack shit, you're fucked up. People are listening to music to get through the day. People are listening to music to get up the strength to drive to work. That's why, like, with me and, like, music, I take that very seriously because, you know, it ain't nothing like putting on a good playlist to clean the house. It ain't nothing like putting on a good playlist to make love. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Give me everything you fucking got.
Right. Absolutely. Give me all you got. Give me. Yes. 100%.
Give it to me.
Yes.
Give it to me. And Marlo, she gave it to us. Kenya, I don't, and like I said in your previous show, no black woman will be without a job. I'm not wishing that on nobody. People do that on other channels. I think it's you know, you gotta watch out the power of the mouth. That's very negative. Bravo makes billions of dollars off the back of these women. There's enough money to go around. You can't give all the money to Andy. You can't give all the money to the producers. Everybody got enough to go around to eat. These girls are really underpaid, to be honest, especially the Atlanta girls and the Potomac girls. You got girls that are coming straight out the gate making what some of these girls have spent 10 years on a show trying to make. I mean, that's just true tea.
That part.
But, yeah, but we have to step it up, honey. We have to step it up. Fake it, Kenya. Why can't they just fake it? Why can't y'all give us a season where y'all get along, and then when they say cut on the last episode, bitch, get off of me. That's what the series, the actors do. These women can't stand their son. The little kid that plays their son, they can't stand that little motherfucker. But they kiss and hug him and tell him to go to school and have a good day and dinner will be ready when you get home. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? Like, get your nails done. There's not enough scenes where girls are getting their nails done. Like, let's go to the salon. Let's get some bundles in this head. And we talk about our men and we talk about our kids.
Oh, you said men?
Yeah.
You're not talking about my man.
Right.
It's my man. You're not talking about my man. My man. It's my man.
Don't talk about my man. Okay, you already, Nene. Bring Nene out.
That's like before Sheree got with Martell. They should have did an episode where not including Kenya because Kenya doesn't get along with Marlo, but Marlo and Sheree should have just hit up the club. It should have been an episode where Marlo said, "Girl, get cute. I'm coming to get you. Let's get out the house."
Yeah.
I would have getting dressed up. Yeah, show Marlo getting dressed up, kissing the boys goodnight. She got the babysitter intact. Sheree don't even need no babysitter. Sheree just pat her dog on the head, got on her leather jeggings with her red bottoms. They should have just showed that. They should have showed them going to the strip club, meeting men, getting numbers. They should have been laughing on the sideline like Marlo should have been like, girl, he's fine. You know what I'm saying? Give us some va-va-voom.
Yes.
Give us some va-va-voom. It should have been that situation. Then they could have brought it to the girls. Hey, y'all, we went out last night. Girl, Sheree, tell them about that man. Sheree had a man in her ear last night. Girl, go on and tell them about that man with the beard.
Listen,
2 episodes.
Sanya was giving Whitney Houston right here. I said, yeah.
If I should stay. She was giving Grammy teas, honey.
Yes. I said they.
Well, no, American Music Awards, honey. That ain't Grammy.
Yes, honey. She got her American Music Awards, honey. And she just ran on stage.
And she's presenting a country award.
Yes. Everybody's split is like right there at their Gina. Look at this. Look at Candy's.
Oh, that was Firecrotch.
Yes. I mean, it is definitely good. Look at Drew's.
Yeah, she tried to go for Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah. I think she was cute or whatever. Maybe she should have tried the red. She should have dyed her hair red.
I'm sorry. It's not snatching up for me. I would have been like, I'm spending the night because y'all need to go back in. Her shit should be like hella flat. You know, if you're gonna get on the table, get on the table. You know?
Absolutely. Thank you, Ebony. Get on that table. So you see, Sheree did get her body done?
Sheree definitely got her body done.
Mm-hmm.
And she got a little nip tuck in the face. She looking real young in the face. And it's okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's just be women about it. Let's just have a good time. Like,
listen,
okay, I got my shit done. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just to have this. Sometimes you need a little extra.
Yeah. I wonder if they take Ubers to their appointments so nobody recognizes them.
Girl,
they're all looking the same.
I think they going to New York to get their work. I don't think they doing a lot of Atlanta. I think they going to New York because, you know, in New York, don't nobody give a damn who you are. They're going to be like, Sheree, move the fuck out the way. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm trying to go to work.
Right.
Like, LA would be the worst place to go because, you know, it's paparazzi coming out of everywhere. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think they're going other places. And then again, they might not, but it's definitely some backdoor action. They're not going through the front door.
Yeah.
Going through the employee entrance.
That's what it's giving me too. Yeah, Sheree does look like, I mean, she had she said she had a mommy makeover.
Girl.
I got my boobs done. Got my titties done.
Girl, that's giving me grandma makeover. That ain't giving me mommy, honey.
Oh.
Everybody's out of the house. You know, everybody like he said all your kids are grown. He kind of read her with that. She said, my kids. He said, all your kids are grown, girl. What are you giving?
Right.
You know, he's sassy. That's why they let him do that little reunion shit. He's got a lot of mouth. You know.
You're not talking about my man.
Right. Miss
That
Ian.
will never get old to me.
I want them to bring her back.
She should.
Bring her ass back. Bring her ass back. And let all the new girls see how she worked Kenya. Work her and work Candy. Because they've been talking shit. They've been talking shit. So let's all put our money where our mouth is. Let's do it the right way. You know, you want to talk shit. What they say, you got to back it up, right?
That is true.
Yeah, I want, let's just bring them all back. Let's bring Lisa Wu back. Let's bring them all back. There needs to be like a dramatic situation in order to turn this over. Bring Kim back.
Speaking of a dramatic situation, and not in a good way, a rapper PNB Rock fatally shot at South LA Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
What?
PNB Rock, a Philadelphia-based rapper best known for his hit singles Fleek and Selfish, was fatally shot during a robbery in South Los Angeles Monday, authorities confirmed. The rapper, whose real name was Rakeem Hashim Allen, was dining with his girlfriend at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles at 106 West Manchester Avenue around 1 p.m. when the shooting occurred, TMZ first reported. The musician's girlfriend posted a photo of her food at Roscoe's and tagged the restaurant minutes before the attack, according to multiple reports. In a video shared on social media, a victim claims the robbery was related to jewelry, a motive the Los Angeles Times also reported, as an unidentified shooter reportedly took all of the rapper's jewelry before fleeing the scene. Graphic videos shared by TMZ showed Allen laying in a pool of blood inside the restaurant. He was pronounced dead around 2 p.m. No one else in the restaurant was injured.
Honey, stop dropping your location. Stop dropping your location, honey. These people are out.
Check this out. It's definitely a bold crime, and it's tragic that two people who came to eat and enjoy their meal get robbed while patronizing a restaurant, said Los Angeles Police Department Captain Kelly Muniz. No information has been released about the shooting suspect who fled the scene. Rock, who was named to the XXL freshman class of 2017, is best known for 2015's Fleek and 2016's Selfish, which reached number 51 on the Billboard chart. He also recorded hits Gang Up with Young Thug, 2 Chainz and Wiz Khalifa, and Horses with Kodak Black, and A Boogie with the Hoodie. No, ma'am. Oh, wow. No. I feel like Young Thug has something to do with this. Allegedly.
Young Buck?
Young Thug.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Wow. Oh, child, that was tough. All right. Well, listen, that wraps up our show. Evolution, I'm about to call you right on the phone.
Okay.
That wraps up our show, but no, we're gonna close out. That wraps up our show. Thank you, Evolution, for coming by. Definitely give your last words and let everybody know who you are and what you stand for.
Okay, everybody. I stand for love, peace, and just us all getting together and just loving our greatness, loving our diversity. We only got a couple of more months to the new year. Let's just go strong with our goals and what we want to manifest. And I love all of y'all, and I hope y'all have a good night.
Absolutely. And then this is what I want to say. Everybody go out there, stack up on rice, stack up on canned goods, stack up on beans. Friday, some things are going to be happening. So make sure you are prepared. Make sure you are getting your water and just really stacking up like you're going camping or you're in survival mode. But don't go crazy with it, you know? So yeah, with all that being said, thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa show. I'm your host, Queen Tulsa, and your favorite host, Evolution 101. And we are out.